Movement is good. Then we go conveyor belts. Oh god. We can go to waste chambers and wasteland. Well, let's see what conveyor belts are about, I guess. The grid here can only provide limited power. If it suffers any damage, you and the Rift Walkers may not have enough power to fight. Okay, take 3 grid damage. Take less than 3 grid damage. Protect the old Earth bar. And conveyor belts will push units around the map. What the fuck? It pushes units into buildings? Come on, you can't have a conveyor belt that just slams things into the building. That's also illegal, I've decided. That's gonna be rough. There's an acid tank. Okay. So I assume that's like the freeze tank where it just applies the status. And that's it. Probably doesn't push. Probably does no damage. Just applies acid. I wonder if I could shoot a water tile and turn it acidic. I don't know. Let's try the conveyor belts, I suppose. I'm afraid of them, but we'll see. I don't know if they're gonna get pushed straight to the end, or if they'll get pushed 1 tile per turn. Yeah, this belt is definitely a highly questionable design choice. The one that just mashes things into the city. Like, what is the... Do these buildings not want to exist? I mean, I'm gonna need to be able to get rid of these nerds. They're definitely gonna go after this building. A lot of the buildings are pretty well defended. We got a bonus point for the bar, so we gotta defend that in particular. I can have artillery back here and probably do well with that. And then my gun, I think, will run along this side, since I think they're mostly gonna head this way. Especially with this conveyor belt here pushing them back. I think having my cannon mech back here would be a good idea. So you right here. You right here. And artillery back here. I think this makes good sense. I am afraid, though. This is gonna be ugly. Okay, there's a pod coming. Sure, whatever. Okay, yeah, the conveyor belts move 1 tile per turn. Thank you for conveying that before... Thank you for conveying that before we actually start the mission. That is good. Okay, they're already attacking the bar. If I charge punch here, then I will stop on the conveyor belt and I will be slammed into the civilian buildings. So I can't do that. This is looking like maybe a 2 damage to everything kind of turn to me. And I can't take much grid damage either. This is ugly. This is so ugly. You're on a conveyor belt. Holy fuck, what do I do? What do I do? Right, I gotta remember they take 2 damage from the emerging stuff. That could be relevant. I could also just stand on a conveyor belt in front of them in order to get them slammed into me. That's a thing, technically. If I charge punch down here to hit this nerd, it'll still be in the way. Yeah, that doesn't really work, huh? If I artillery here, you get pushed to the side. And then I can move my mech over to this spot and punch you, but then you end up on the conveyor belt getting smashed into a building again. Okay. That is such an ugly conveyor belt. I hate that conveyor belt. That's such a bad place for it. I'm still contemplating the 2 damage to everything. Okay, so this firefly will kill you outright, unfortunately. I cannot body block with you. Not in here, not now. So maybe we artillery this spot to push you to the side. And then I could move you down. Fuck me, this is bad. This is so bad. I think these bonus objectives might be fucked. Like, maybe we get the time pod, but geez. Even doing 2 damage to everything doesn't seem to get me anywhere close to where I need to be. I really need more reactor cores. Like, I need to get more damage on my units. This one is good. The damage on you is good. But, this only setting things on fire and this still only doing 2 damage is turning out to be pretty rough. They're also just really spread out, and there's, like, this structure right in the middle that blocks things off. There's a lot going against me here. Okay, the environment happens first, so that means conveyor belts before anything else. Which means maybe it would make sense to push this down onto here and sacrifice a building in order to save the bar. Like, let the conveyor belt slam it first. This attacks after, though, so the bar would still be in danger from them. If I could push you all the way to the corner, that'd be something. But it seems like it's not something. It seems like I can't do that reasonably. You know what? Pushing you back here is a big deal, though, because it blocks this firefly from killing 2 buildings. That is a big deal for sure. Even though this attacks... It's so unfortunate that this one attacks first. It would make it die. for whatever that's worth. And I guess I could have it only hit this one civilian building. Chance for it to resist, chance for it to not. Well, how would I have it hit only that building, actually? I'm not sure how that works. I guess the only way to do that is to hit it with the artillery. So I use you for something else. Don't have to worry about this. I could move you down here and punch this nerd. That seems like a real option. You punch that nerd. You are in a position to kill that. Kind of. I don't know what you do. Maybe you just gather this thing and then shoot this onto a spawn tile. Okay, so you know what? If we do the mech punch and the artillery to get these two next to each other, then I could shoot this. Yeah, if I get you back here, then I could hit both of these for 3 and push them. Which would kill this one. And, I mean, not kill this one. So it would still be hitting 2 buildings, so I guess that's bad. Yeah, that's pretty fucking bad. I do think there is still, I do still think there is something to pushing this one back. Let's say we push it back using just the artillery. We let it hit this building. Maybe I leave the artillery here. No, there's nowhere to leave the artillery where it blocks the shot in a good place, unfortunately. Because of the way the splash works from this acid attack, any tile where I put the artillery, there will still be buildings beside it. So there's no point in trying to block like that. So I'd probably put the artillery like right here and then shoot across to push you down. Then we have this couple of buildings blocked. Don't have to worry about this firefly anymore. Just from the artillery shot. So we've got our combat mech and cannon mech remaining. We let this building get hit. This area is blocked off. Like these 2 tiles are blocking. So I would maybe have to move this guy first. Move the combat mech down here to punch you. Yeah. And then the problem with that is I can only... No, it's... Okay, yeah, there is a problem here because I would want this to come down and shoot here to save the old Earth bar. But if this comes down, then it blocks my combat mech from punching you. And if you come down first and punch first, then this can't get a clean shot. Like, it can't move on to this tile because the combat mech's already there, and it can't get a clean shot from this tile because the combat mech is in the way. So that's ugly. Okay, alternate option. Instead of using this to body block the firefly's shot, I can push this firefly down here, make it shoot this firefly to death. It actually goes first. Ooh, the alpha firefly goes first. So if I push this one down here, it will kill this one, saving the old earth bar. I don't have to think anymore about that. Okay, okay, that's a new line. That's a good one, maybe. And it solves this little dilemma down here because I would only need one. Like, this thing would be dealt with already. Okay. So then... what do I do with you? You can push this back in that direction. And that's fine. These two are both dealt with. You can knock that one to the outer edge. Or you could blast it into yourself and just kill it instantly. That might be the better option, honestly. And... You're probably just gonna hit a building. Like, I don't see a way to make you not hit a building. Is there any way to combine the missiles here with making this Alpha Firefly move over a tile? I don't think so. I think the artillery is the only one who can move this Firefly over here. Sadly. And then punching you into this mountain seems nice, but does leave you with 1 HP. So I think we're just going to give up this building. I mean, you know, maybe it resists, but I think we got to give up that building. I think this works out okay. I punch you. No, I punch you to set you up to die next turn. Oh, for a brief second, I thought that it had acid and everything was going to work out, but no. This building's fucked. That's okay. I'm just going to make my peace with that. Yeah. I wonder if when my gun is here and the Firefly is here, do they move simultaneously? Will they bump... Is there a chance they'll bump into each other, or... Well, I guess they'll just move at the same time. It would be weird if they bumped into each other. They must have thought of that. I'm sorry, building. There's not much I can do for you here, bud. Push you back there. Maybe I do just kill this one. It's just gonna keep being problematic, and this is gonna do 0 damage. I don't think I can tolerate the 0 damage. I'm just gonna kill it. The Vec will answer for that. Yeah, fuck them Vecs. Okay, they get regenerated. You hate to see that. I can definitely kill you. You've got 2 HP? 1 HP. Okay, so the regen didn't happen yet, then? I guess not. Blood Scion, giving them regen. You're annoying. 3 damage there. I can't really let that happen, can I? You're shooting that way, so not a big deal. I could just push you back to hit the Blood Scion. The regen happens before the enemy actions, so that's something to consider. But pushing you back to hit the Scion still seems nicely... Well, it's not that efficient, is it? And I gotta figure out what the hell I'm doing with this nerd. Probably just punching it. I could shoot it with artillery. I could do lots of things. Maybe this is where I use my missiles across the map. That could be it. It would kill the Blood Scion and this guy. So I've only got 2 left to deal with. That seems very nice. Then I could just slam this into myself to kill it. Again. And what do I do with you? I guess I punch you upwards so that you ram into the wall. Seems like that does it. We're close to victory. These are going to be the last Vec that spawn, these 2 here. You could come down here and shoot this into the wall here. No, you're still going to hit me from that angle, though. Okay. Well, I guess I should still think about an option that doesn't use the missiles as well, just in case that makes more sense. Really, I mean, just shooting this with the fire stops as much damage as the missile move does. We're only getting a Blood Scion kill for free, which is not that impressive, really. If I move this down here and shoot you for 3 damage, the environment happens after Scion regenerate. Okay, that's interesting. So I move you down here, shoot this for 3 damage, and it gets pushed down here. It then has 2 health. Scion regenerate happens, and then the Scion gets slammed into it. The Scion dies. This is left with 1 HP. And I again must remember that this thing is shooting in this direction. So that's suicide for my cannon mech. I can't do that. I can move you down here and punch this upward to stop it. And then I can move you on top of this spawn and punch it over to kill the Scion. But the Scion will be moved. So wait, if I just move out of the way, this is already killing the Scion. All I have to do is get out of the way and the Scion's dead. Or, I mean, if I stay in the way, the Scion is also dead, but I don't want to do things that way. But yeah, get out of the way and the Scion's dead. That's appealing to me. Which means I could just move you over here and shoot this upward. I could also slam it into myself to kill it immediately, which is an appealing option as well. So I move you over, slam this into myself to kill it, or shoot it upwards, whatever. The point is that I'm addressing it with my cannon mech. The beetle is taken out of play. I set this on fire, I think. And then I punch this. The beetle is out of play, this is out of play, the Scion slides down and gets killed by the Firefly, so it's out of play, and the Firefly is on fire, and I still have my missiles for the next turn. I think that's a great turn. I think that's a great play. Let's do it. I think I'm gonna stay back here. Well, no, I'm gonna sacrifice the health to get the beetle out of play. Give myself as much leeway for the next turn as possible. Just not so much in terms of my own HP. Kill that. And then you stay right where you are. And set this nerd on fire. Yeah, way to kill your friend, dummy. Okay, you are shooting that city. I can push you back a tile, but that's not great. Oh no, is it okay? If I push you back this way, the conveyor belt will push you down here. And you'll be in the same spot when you fire. Okay. Shows somebody spawning. You're gonna deal 3 damage, and then the Vec spawning will deal 1 damage. Actually, the Vec spawning will not do any damage to me, because this will push me off of the spawning tile. So if I come down here and punch you back, I just do 2 damage to you and set you on fire. And then you ram me. I'm pushed back. Oh, no, but I will take damage from being pushed into the city as well the next turn. Okay. So you would do 3 damage with that. And then I would take a damage from being pushed into the city, and the city would be damaged as well. So that's not really an okay option. I can alternatively push you into that building. What is going on here? You're both on conveyor belt, okay. If I artillery... Let's see. If I... You know, pushing this guy all the way back to the edge still doesn't save the city, because he'd hit this mountain, and then it would splash onto the building there. Okay. Okay. I'm starting to understand the situation I'm in. It's a bit dire. You are foolishly targeting this line, so you're not even a threat. I can artillery right here to push the beetle into the path of the conveyor belt, causing all of them to take 2 damage, I believe. I can also just press a button for all of them to take 2 damage, gotta remember that. But stopping the conveyor belt seems nice. I can also stop the conveyor belt with my combat mech. So interestingly, I could artillery here, pushing the beetle into the way of the conveyor belt. And then I could combat mech down here, punching the beetle into the firefly, which is on fire. At that point, I believe the beetle and firefly would die at the beginning of the next turn before being able to attack. Right? The beetle punched into the firefly would take 2 from the punch and 2 from the push. So it's at 1 HP. And then at the start of the next turn, and the firefly would take 2 damage from the push there. Then at the start of the next turn, the firefly takes a burn damage and another push damage. This takes another push damage. They both die. This takes a push damage. It's at 3 HP now. And that is from just artillery and punch. So I can use this to come around back here. I can't quite finish you off like that, huh? Not without sacrificing myself, which I'm unwilling to do. Can't get behind you here. This isn't a really nasty spot. I mean, I don't necessarily have to kill them all so fast. Okay, what if I artillery you down here? And then I do my big push shot. I can instantly kill this and do 2 damage back there. This is... I mean, it's out of the way. Like, both of these are not even threatening anything right now. The only thing I really need to deal with is the Alpha Centipede. And that's the toughest one to deal with, unfortunately. It's really hard to deal with. Because anywhere in all of this... Like, basically, if it is on this column or further this way, like this entire 3 columns, it's gonna hit a building. Which is just awful. I could tank with my artillery, actually. That's something I have not given nearly enough thought. So I could put the artillery right here to block the shot from the centipede. And then I think it's all come together finally. I think this is where it's finally come together. And then I will again be saving my missiles for the next turn, the final turn, where there's no reason to hold back on them. Wait, gotta remember that the conveyor belt is gonna move my artillery. That might actually be even better, though. So I put my artillery here, fire on this spot, the beetle comes over here, and blocks the conveyor belt, no longer threatens the city. Okay? And then, at the start of the turn, my artillery will be moved down here, so the acid splashes onto this tile. Does that matter? I guess that probably doesn't matter. Unless I push the beetle... I mean, I can make the beetle take fire damage. If I punch the beetle to here, then it will take 2 damage plus 1 from the fire. And then my artillery will be blocking the acid shot, so acid will splash onto the beetle, killing it. And the cities up here will be saved. That takes care of every city that is threatened, using just the artillery and the combat mech. And it also stops this from spawning, which is quite nice. And then I just have to deal with these, which, I mean, in the case of this one, just means getting out of the way so I don't die. Nothing is blocking... Ooh, you know what? The time pod. The time pod gets collateral damaged in this instance. If my artillery is here to block the splash damage, then yeah, it'll hit the beetle, but it also hits the time pod, and I can't allow for that. Wait. I've been wrong like this entire time, I think. Holy shit, I think I only need to kill the beetle. Or move the beetle. Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is like... This is laughable. Hold on, I've been so wrong. Because the conveyor belt happens before the enemy actions. So this fool is trying to attack here, but since there's 2 conveyor belts, these are both going to get moved over, and then this will fire, hitting this mountain harmlessly. It'll hit this mountain, and then this tile to the side. So, okay, I don't need to body block with the artillery mech. I move you down here, punch you back, punch the alpha beetle over here. The alpha beetle has now taken 2 damage and will be set on fire. At the start of its turn, it will take 1 fire damage, so it's down to 2 HP. And then this will deal 2 damage to it. This will be moved down here and shoot it and kill it. Right? Is the attack order like that? No, the beetle attacks before the centipede does. Okay. The beetle attacks before the centipede does. I can punch the beetle up here and then move you down here and slam the alpha firefly into the beetle. And then it dies from fire damage, I believe. So, punch, beetle into the fire. You come down here and slam the firefly into it. The beetle is now at 1 HP and dies to fire at the start of its turn. This is at 3 HP, goes down to 2 from the fire at the start of its turn. And moves over here, hits nothing. This moves over here, hits nothing. You block the spawn. And there is a Vex spawning in the fire as well. Enemies emerge last. I could potentially push this onto the fire the next turn even. And, no, they're gonna spawn before my next turn. But yeah, we can block one from spawning. Probably not block another. You punch that over, you slam them together. All threats are neutralized for the turn at that point, and then the artillery does what? Probably just sets this on fire? Maybe slams these together? Slamming these together seems kind of nice. I still have a turn reset available, so I'm just going to go for this. Titan Fist you. You come down here and bonk them. You're dead to fire. You're going to be at 2 HP thanks to fire. I think I just set the Alpha Centipede on fire. Or I could make this dead to fire. I mean, that's an option. Only having to deal with the Alpha Centipede and one other spawn does seem nice. I mean, this will be... I guess it's still there. Like, it loses... It'll be at 2 HP next turn from the fire. And then the turn after that, it'll still live with 1 HP, so we could still have to do something with it. Yeah, let's just fucking get rid of it. Honestly, just be done with this thing. Oh, but the missiles, though. I have missiles for that turn. So the 1 HP on this is irrelevant. It's dead to missiles next turn. Which means I think I like fire here better. Will fire do more damage? It's the same amount of damage, actually, as slamming them together. So I don't even know what that means I should do. I think it might mean there's no difference. I guess it makes a difference of which tile I set on fire, which could be meaningful. But I think I'm done thinking about it. I'm happy with this turn. Let's just go. Splash acid everywhere. I didn't realize it leaves acid on the ground until just now. I am the Hoffington that you hear Elad talk about from time to time. That's delightful to hear that he talks about me. Elad is a super duper dude. And also, hello. So you spawned on fire. Very unfortunate for you. Very tragic. I can punch you and missile you. And yeah, I guess everything's super easy, huh? I can just shoot you for 3 damage. And that's taken care of. Well, yeah. Yeah, just kill everybody with missiles, right? There's only 2 of you. I don't know what you thought you were gonna do here. But it seems like it's not working out. We did it! Perfect level. When you spawn on fire, yeah, it must feel terrible. I wouldn't know, because I'm not a stupid earth bug that lives in the mud. I know my thanks is a poor reward, but all of Detritus is grateful for what you and the Riftwalkers have done here today. Yeah, I'm fantastic. You're welcome. Everybody's max level. We protect. Don't worry about the civilians we didn't protect. They were all involved in MLMs anyway. Their lives were not going anywhere. I'll take a reactor core. And then you gotta get that juicy 2 reputation points, of course. You spawned as a smaller human? That's fucked up. I don't want to hear about that. What do I do with my sweet reactor cores, though? I was saying I really need more damage. I can add max damage to this. Honestly, how often am I even going to want to use the rail cannon instead of the shock cannon, though? Like, if it's far away, then I can probably safely just use the shock cannon and deal more damage. I guess I might want to push them the other way, I don't know. But that seems like a low priority thing. Plus 2 damage on this is pretty appealing. I think that would be a big deal, having the artillery mech actually do damage again. Because it feels bad when I shoot something and I'm like, okay, you're on fire. I guess you're dead in 5 turns. Yeah, immediate damage from that would definitely be nice. I mean, a 4 damage Titan Fist would be pretty fun too. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I think our priority is going to be this nerd. Actually, the 3 health on the cannon mech has been an issue a couple of times because it's meant I can't block an alpha creature. So plus 2 health for a single reactor charge may be worth it. Maybe worth it. I can't get this yet. I can get 2 spaces. I can get close to it. I mean, 2 more health on the artillery is cool too, I guess. Not as good. I'm not sure how badly I really want the backburn either, because I feel like my artillery is usually out of trouble. But I could try it out for a level, I suppose. Since I know I'm gonna go for this, I can just, when I get the next reactor core, I can throw it on there instead. Alright, let's give it a try, I guess. We'll get some extra health and backburn and see how that goes for me. It's gonna be hard to remember this at first. Let me just hammer that into my mind for a moment. Like, sorry, city. Can't do that, there's a city behind me. Yeah, I don't know, it almost feels like a disadvantage. Like, you're near the cities a lot. That's a difficult consideration sometimes. I might not go for the backburn here. You've got 5 health already. Let's give this nerd +2 health. And this nerd +2 health. And if I get 2 more cores, then we can move the health to the back burn. Or really, it might be worth taking a damage off of the it's probably worth taking a damage off of the missile barrage to get 2 damage on the direct hit. Maybe? Maybe. That's a slightly difficult call, but I think I'm gonna try it. Let's give that a go. And now we do the wasteland. Kill 4 enemies inflicted with acid. That could be really tough. It's like the acid tank. That might be pretty difficult, honestly. Like, man, and there's gonna be 5 to start with. I think that's an alpha beetle. I don't think that's a standard beetle. I don't know the color palette quite well enough yet for that. But yeah, I'm just thinking... Yeah, there's not acid on the map, so I'm gonna have to be aciding units constantly with that little tank. That seems like quite the difficult objective. It might actually be better for me to just go for something easier. Like the reprocessing, kill 7 enemies and protect the batteries. I'm gonna do this just because I've never done it before. We gotta get experience, and it is an alpha beetle. Okay, yeah, this map looks horrendous. This looks like a nightmare. Looks like an absolute nightmare. I'm gonna go right here. I almost want to go over here so that I'm not in the way of the tank at all, because I'm gonna want to shoot something with that first, probably. I think I've got room for that. You can move 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and then I can charge the rest of the way to whatever I'm trying to hit. So I'll stay out of the tank's way with that. You can move 4 tiles. They can end up way up here, unfortunately. I think we'll have our cannon up here so that it can move across this whole area, but also, yeah, that it should be able to target basically the whole map from here. And then maybe a similar philosophy with the artillery. They can move along different axes somehow. I don't know where... It's hard to say where I think they're gonna go. I guess if you're right here, you've got 5 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you should be able to hit anywhere on the map if you start here, I think. And be relatively safe while you're at it. Although I suppose that also means that if like a beetle comes over here, it's going to be aiming at this block of buildings now. Instead of aiming over here harmlessly, where we can just step out of the way. That's a real consideration. I also like them being over closer to this water, maybe. So I think I am going to have you here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I can still target most places if I start here. But that might get the beetle charging somewhere more favorable. And the pod... I don't know how collectible that is, even though it's right in front of my nose. Okay, yeah, beetle is charging somewhere stupid. And the acid tank is webbed. This bonus objective, man, that seems like a horribly difficult bonus objective. Inflicts acid. Yeah, it doesn't even push them. No damage, no push, just applies acid. But you do damage now, huh? Yeah, you do 2 damage. So we can insta-kill this nerd. Actually, we can kill it with just burning. So I could apply acid on that and then artillery it. That pushes the beetle down here, so it just rams a mountain, and who cares about that? You're attacking nothing if I move my mech. I could even maybe make you attack the beetle. Yeah, the beetle would charge over here, and then you would slap the beetle. That seems nice. So move you down here. Artillery this nerd. It dies. I acid tank this nerd and get one of my 4 acid creatures taken care of. You are shooting basically nothing if I get both of these units out of the way. Oh, you know what? Getting these guys to acid each other is another option. That certainly helps too, huh? I need to deal with you. You're my biggest problem right now, I think. Everything else is pretty simple to solve. You are annoying, though. I might just try to push you this way. That seems like my best option. And I think I can maybe just do that with my cannon mech here. No, because I'm trying to push you down into this tile. I could also slam you into myself with the cannon mech. It's an option. It's often a very good option. So, let's look at what that turn looks like. I acid you. I shoot you with my artillery mech. Actually, with acid on you, you'll die instantly. So that tile will be opened up. I don't even have to worry about waiting for the burn damage. Yeah, it's pretty crazy how much the enemy does every turn. How much you have to deal with. You have to be super efficient. So I acid this, kill it with artillery. Artillery has to be moved back here so that it doesn't get hit by this nerd. So artillery comes back here, kills you with acid on you. This gets pushed down. I have to move my mech down here first. So we start the turn. First thing I do is move my combat mech to this tile. Then I acid you. Then I move you over here. Shoot this. Ooh, you know what I haven't thought about? This gets pushed back. Okay, that doesn't matter. The splash damage won't hit it. I was thinking for a moment that moving my tank to the back rank here might cause it to get splashed with acid, but it will not. The acid will just hit this mountain. So, mech moves down here. Tank puts acid on you. You move back, shoot that with artillery. This dies. Beetle comes down here. Beetle attacks before this, so mech now punches this over to the side. I guess mech can do that at the start of the turn. It doesn't matter when the mech punches it. And then this will hit the beetle next turn. And this does what? This is shooting here harmlessly, as long as I get my cannon mech out of the way. So this probably comes down here and slams the Alpha Centipede into itself. And I think at that point we're good. Kind of insane. Kind of insane. What if I just... It might be beneficial to me to get acid down here to make it easier to get acid on more enemies. This would do 2 damage though. You've got 5 HP because I just upgraded your health. So I could move you down here and then push this over so the beetle gets slammed into it. No. I don't think we're doing it that way. So, I think I like this turn. We can comfortably run down here, punch this over to the side, Apply acid onto this dickhead. Do I maybe want to put acid on someone else? Since this... No, this only dies instantly if it has acid on it, and that's the only way I could apply acid to something else. So that doesn't make sense. You come over here. Artillery that shitlord. You come down here. And shock cannon that into yourself. It's dead now. Yeah, I like that turn. Go ahead and smack your friends. That's what I want you to do, you fools. Okay, there's a regen nerd. You hate to see that. They actually don't get it the turn that the Scion emerges, though. Which means this might be a nice turn for missiles. Oh, missiles only do 1 damage now, right? Yeah, missiles do 1 damage, but with acid they could kill something, probably. Like, you could come down here and acid that, and then I use missiles, which makes you die to the missiles. The bugs are in love. Isn't it cute? Isn't this game adorable? I can punch you into the mountain, killing you. We don't even have to worry about the blood scion if I just kill everything else this turn. I could block this spawn with my combat mech. Shoot acid all the way down here. And then punch it. So that it's done with. I can shoot this into the mountain. I can artillery you to death. That sounds nice too. I need to get my acid tank out into the thick of everything, though, I think. I don't know if I actually want to stop the spawn. Like, is that a good thing to do here? If I'm killing this, and this, and this, if I'm killing all of those... then what's the point? I can also kill you without acid. Like, I can just punch you onto this and block a spawn, and that kills you. I kind of like keeping the Scion alive as an easy target, or putting acid on it and then using missiles, so that it just gets blown up like that. This dies to everyone without acid, though. Where do I want my units to end up? That makes a difference too, I suppose. I think I'm pretty happy with my mech being here from punching this nerd. I would also be fine with it being down here, though, near where the enemies are spawning. That seems totally fine as well. It might be better up here, though, because if it's like a hornet and it moves way the fuck up here, then it'll give me more maneuverability to hopefully avoid hitting a city. I really need this one to end up way out here. I guess it doesn't really matter who I put the acid on so much, because I'm probably just going to kill everyone anyway. I could move you up here and shoot that into the mountain. move you down here and punch this. Actually, I think that would destroy the pod. So I would just move you here and then punch this. I could even move you onto the pod to make sure we pick it up early and punch that to death. And then I shoot you with the tank and move my artillery over and one tap you with that. I guess that's fine. I just gotta get the tank out here. You're dead. Pick up the pod. You're dead. I move you way down here and acid you. Move you out here. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. I can fix this. I don't want to slam. Wait, no. Why was I worried about that? What on earth? Why was I worried about that? Hold on. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot this directly. It'll die. I was afraid for a second that I was gonna slam the tank into me. But that should not happen. Yeah, I don't know what I was worried about exactly. Alright, well, have fun doing absolutely nothing, Blood Scion. Have fun being a useless potential acid sponge. Nice. You really embraced your role. I applaud you for that. Really embraced the whole acid sponge thing. So I can put acid on this nerd with the tank, and then I can just push this into the water with artillery. Push this into the water as well. Everything sucks for them. I mean, for them. Things are going okay for me. Yeah, I'm not sure I even really need to think about this turn all that much. Famous last words, I know, but God, I have been forgetting to take a break for a long time. I've got to take a break after this level. It's been almost 2 hours, and I try to stop once an hour. Whoops. So yeah, I guess we'll let you push this into the water. I don't know. I guess I'd rather have you a little bit more in the middle of things. Push that in the water. And then you come over here. Push that fool in the water. We've got someone already covered in acid. Oh, you haven't even done your thing yet? Okay, cool. That's an objective completed then. Maybe not quite so simple. There's no Vex spawning there. I could just let you light yourself on fire in order to shoot it. Awkward. Very awkward. I've done an awkward. That's what I get for not thinking about it. I don't even have to kill that this turn, but I would like to. Lighting myself on fire could certainly have negative consequences. I'm painfully aware of this. The Blood Scion doesn't actually get to do anything. Like, the regeneration doesn't do anything. So it's just a matter of making sure I actually kill it next turn. I could kill a different unit next turn as well. And you know what? I have missiles still. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm actually gonna stop a spawn. I think I like that. Okay, regular baby firefly and an alpha hornet. I can certainly live with this. I can absolutely live with this. And I don't even give a shit if the acid tank dies. I'm done with it. You can sit right there, bud. Oh, they're not... Okay, well. Whatever. Whatever. Still don't need to kill the blood scion either. I'm gonna move you... Do I want to move you? I'll think through the whole turn this time. I've learned my lesson. Fine. So I can acid you and then punch you or artillery you or do whatever the fuck. You're not doing anything that I care about. I shoot you. Yeah, it's very simple. It's a very simple turn. I'll move you out of harm's way, I suppose. Acid this nerd. I can move you back. How far can you move? I'll move you back a couple tiles. Oh, right. I can just missile barrage. Neato. That did not kill the acid nerd because I'm a ding-dong, but it also doesn't matter. This is gonna slam the firefly into my combat mech because I'm a ding-dong, but still does not matter. I did the things. Wait, did it? No, they got the... They did not get the coal plant. I just saw this not lit up, and I'm like, oh no! But it's just because I haven't ended the mission yet, right? Right? The coal plant's fine? Oh, I'm so cool and smart. Okay. I didn't read what you said. I don't respect you. Pod contents. There's a pilot in the pod. Seems good to me. Take a break. Yes, I'm gonna take a break. I'll do it, I swear. And I'll do it again. Okay. Pod contents, reactor core. I'll figure those out in a second. Oh, cosmic activity. Let's beat up a boss, I guess. Wait, do I have a reactor core so I can do a thing somewhere? I can give you +2 health. Or backburn. I'm not too excited about the backburn, I think. I can give this extra max damage. Don't really care about that too much either. You getting +2 health when you've already got 5. Yeah, I think more health on the artillery is going to be the best option here. I like it. Oh wait, there's another pilot. What do you do? Requires 1 power. Move again after shooting. Oh my god. +3 grid defense. And he's not even max level. Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah, I think that would also depend on the new hire knowing Morse code if you're gonna warn her. I'm seeing some flaws in your strategy, but your heart's in the right place. He gets +2 mech HP, and +1 mech move. This is +3 grid defense. And move again after shooting. Move again after shooting seems so nice, man. That seems so good. I might like that better in this mech, though. +2 mech HP and +1 mech move. Oh, shit. Miguel, you're just shitty Camila, huh? Is that where we're at? You're just shitty Camila? Yeah, you are. So I could put Camila in the artillery mech. Move again after shooting. So we would lose 1 mech move and 2 mech HP. It would be at 3 then. And it requires a reactor power. I think we're gonna wait a moment before doing that. We'll wait till we've bought our upgrades, but you might be destined for greatness, Archimedes, old bud. Because being able to position this somewhere else to be able to punch again the next turn, or to be able to tank a Vex spawning or something, that could be really good. I don't know. Now that it's not quite as insane as it sounds, but like being able to jump in and punch something and then move back to safety, or position up for the next attack, or block a Vex spawn, I think there are a lot of possibilities for it that we definitely don't want to ignore. But for now, we stick with our current loadout. What did I end up changing? It gave you more health. I think that's all we did, is gave you more health. Okay. We've contacted an unknown Vec approaching the detritus hub. We're gathering what intel we can, Commander, but we need the Riftwalkers. You want to eat your 9 o'clock popcorn, but it's not 9 o'clock yet. What? You have popcorn for breakfast every day? Or you have breakfast and then later at 9 you have popcorn? What? How did this tradition begin? Are you just a huge fan of popcorn? Alright, I don't remember what the Super Scorpion does, the Scorpion leader, but I know that you shoot it until it dies. That's a lot of HP. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 7? I wish there was a number. I'm not gonna lie. I wish there was a number. It's hard to count. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yikes. You have a popcorn machine at work. Okay. Okay, fine. So you've got 7 HP. These guys are jerks, but they're standard jerks. What units are not massive, honestly? I'm not sure I've seen a unit that is not massive. Massive spinneret. Web all targets, preparing to deal massive damage to adjacent tiles. So it can web all 4 adjacent tiles and then do 2 damage at a time to each of them. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't like that very much. It's pretty scary. Gotta be mindful of my positioning for that then. I think I still run right up in its face. This puts me in a spot where I can't be threatened by too many enemies at once, I think, so I like that. And then I want this nerd to be able to come around from the side. You've got how much movement? I can't see just yet. How much movement does everyone have? You have 5. No, just stay there. I'm just trying to look at you. 4. So you can do 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't quite reach this side, but I don't think anyone's going to stay down here. So this should be able to shoot pretty much anyone, unless they're behind this mountain, which again, I don't think anyone's going to be. And then this can go anywhere. It can shoot anyone. Yeah, we should be positioned pretty well right here, I think. I didn't pay attention to how far the Scorpion can move. 3. It can move 3 tiles, okay. Oh, its massive spinneret actually targets indiscriminately, so it'll catch another Vec in its web as well. You're not attacking because you're fucking webbed up. Okay, I mean, that's funny. I'm not sure it super helps me right now, but it is funny. I could go right here, deal 3 damage to you, and slide you up this way, so that you're hitting nothing. You're not attacking. I may first want to artillery this tile, slamming this into you. Or I could artillery the boss. I don't mind the thought of artillerying the boss for extra damage. I don't really want to slam the boss into these buildings. I could punch this, moving it down here, and then artillery this tile, slamming this into the boss, and then shoot the boss, pulling it up here to pull it out of harm's way. Well, yeah. I don't know, this is a bit ugly. This is definitely a bit ugly. Alpha Leaper. Am I not webbed? Oh, I'm immune to webbing. Right, get fucked, dummy. So if I artillery here, it'll do 2 damage to this from the slide, which might be worth it, because then I could missile it next turn if I need to. It'll push this out of the way, and I can run you around to punch this into you. This will have... They both will have taken 2 damage already from the artillery shot. So that's 4 damage to both of these, which is nothing to sneeze at. Matter of fact, I could kill the boss turn 1. I can kill the boss turn 1. That seems really nice. But it's also very funny to think about the boss continuing to web its allies. I don't know. Yo, exactly the same, Chef Mayhem. This is like my 2nd or 3rd run, and I am so into it. I just want to play all day. Yeah, I really like this plan of artillery here. Run around behind and punch these together, and just have the boss done already. And it'll have both of these primed to be dead to missiles. That seems nice. It seems nice to me. What can I say? What more is there to say? It is worth considering that I'm setting my combat mech on fire if I do this. I think I can live with that. I don't know, I'm setting it on fire and dealing a damage to it very early in the fight, so a repair will be necessary if I do that. That's a flaw in the plan. Let's dial it back a bit, keep thinking. I don't have to kill the boss turn 1. So what if I instead punch you here and then artillery, killing this? The boss should still... No, the boss will not die either. They'll be in an ugly position, but... You have 4 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't get you into a spot where you're fucking around with both of them. I guess either way, because you'd be... I can't artillery... Well... I could artillery this tile, I suppose. It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird because my artillery would have to be in a spot where it's likely going to be slammed by the boss and attacked and so on. Like if I slide the boss up here, then it's gonna hit the artillery if it's right here or here. If I artillery here, then the bug ends up blocking a spawn, The Firefly blocks a spawn, takes 2 damage from that. I can pull you upwards. Or I could punch you into the water. That's an option. I could shoot you into the water. I feel like I have to pull this one over here. If I'm not killing it, even when I am killing it, that's how I do it, is by pulling it up here. So pretty much no matter what, I am using this gun right here to pull the Scorpion Leader up. That is always part of the plan. Unless I mean, setting it on fire is definitely also appealing. So if I artillery here, I set the boss on fire, do 2 damage to it immediately. That's still pretty good. Honestly, that's still pretty good. Actually, 2 damage to it and fire, plus 3 damage from this, puts it on 1 HP to be destroyed by missiles next turn, or destroyed by anything, really. So that's very appealing, now that I think about it more. So yeah, artillery the boss, this gets pushed back. I punch you. This dies and slams into this. So this is also on 1 HP, ready to die to, missiles. The boss and the Firefly are ready to die to missiles. This is already dead. This just gets pushed. And then 2 more spawn. So I can go missile, 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 missile. I mean, that sounds pretty decent to me. I don't even have to missile, necessarily. Like, I don't have to missile the boss, because it's going to, what do you call it? The boss is going to burn, and it's going to not hit anything this turn. I think this plan is looking pretty decent. I'm going to go for that. I'm trying to balance having a good plan with not spending 6 hours on every level. I'm trying to cut myself off at some point and say, okay, good enough. And I think this is the point where I should do that. I almost screwed it up, though. Already. We're supposed to artillery first. And then I can blast this nerd with the shotgun. It's not hitting anyone now. You punch these nerds into each other. Y'all are just chilling, but that's fine. I don't know why I thought this was going to be ready to die to missiles. Did I do that wrong? I don't think so. I think I just imagined that part wrong somehow. I also think, if possible, I would like to move this down and then blast both of these next turn, but everything's going to move around by then, so let's not get too into that. This is going to burn to death. Like, before it can do anything that matters, it will burn to death. Is this really as good as the other stuff I had come up with? Is it really? I feel like it's not. I feel like I screwed up here. On turn 1, which feels bad, but, I mean... Like, I'm pretty sure I had the opportunity to have this, and this, the Leaper, all at 1 HP. I'm pretty sure I had worked that out. And then I would just missile next turn. And I think I would be in better positions, too. Let me run through that again. How was this getting to 1 HP? We punch it. I mean... It was right here. So I would punch it into that. Yeah, that puts it at 1 HP. If you're down here and you punch it. So how were you getting down here to punch it, since there was a Leaper in the way? We artillery somewhere. Where did we artillery? We could artillery the Leaper itself, pushing my combat mech back a bit, and then it just runs in. No, because then the Leaper's still in the way. It's even harder to imagine all this shit when it's not in the place anymore. Once you move down here... Yeah, so I think the play was we artillery here. It slams the Leaper into me, pushes the Beetle out of the way. Then I can run through here where the Beetle was. And I punch the Firefly into the boss. Yeah, and this has... The boss and the Firefly have already slammed together. I punch them into each other again. At which point the Firefly dies. The Leaper is at 1 HP from slamming into my mech. The boss has taken 4 damage from the two pushes. And then this does 3 and kills the boss turn 1. Leaving us with a 1 HP Leaper here. Firefly dead. Boss dead. A Beetle. Instead, we have the boss ready to die, but it can still web something, I guess. The Firefly at 3 HP, the Leaper gone. I guess it saves me from having to use my missiles next turn. We could end up wanting the missiles later. We could not want that. I mean, I can very likely just bump this into something. I think I'm gonna take this turn. I don't want to give up my reset. I'm not sure the other turn is even really better. This way we get to save our missiles. Here we go. Good job, dummy. You look very mad. Okay, the regen does ruin the fire happening. And it's very well protected. The Blood Scion, I didn't even consider a Blood Scion just spawning. And... No, actually the fire will still kill it first. So Blood Scion is just a big dumb baby. Who we don't care about. You're not attacking. You're basically attacking nothing if I step out of the way. You never attack anything. You'll hit a building if I let you. Okay. And then you burn to death. So you are nothing. A lot of nothing going on this turn. I can push this into the water before it ever gets to attack, which is very appealing to me. I can blast this for 3 and pull it into a fire so it burns to death. This level's easy. Who even cares about this level? I'm not... Such easy turns. Just push it in the water, dummy. And then, like, you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything. That attack is just from this thing, so we use the shock cannon. What tile do I want you on? I might want you further down. Do I want you on this tile or this tile? That is like my only pertinent question this time around. I could also move the Blood Scion onto this to block a spawn and kill it. I think I like you on this road that you're on right now. I'm gonna keep you right there. We shock cannon you into the flames. Get freaking barbecued. I'm gonna move you up a bit again. No, I like you on this complete back row. Now, do I want to block this spawn, actually? Like, this is dying, this is dying, I'm gonna kill you. I think I'd rather just let the spawn come through. So, I will shoot you directly. Or I could set the spawn on fire. So that whatever spawns starts burning. I might like that better, honestly. That feels weird to say. But I think I'm okay with it. I think it's true. I don't know, you have 3 HP, so you're a bit awkward to deal with. There's so much terrain everywhere, though. I feel like it's very likely I'll be able to punch you into a wall, or any number of things. And I still have missiles on my side as well. I'm gonna set the spawn on fire. No, I can't do that, because it'll slam the beetle into a building. Okay. Shoot you directly it is. That's fine. Slams the beetle into a building, so I can't. Gotta let it burn away before I do that. Okay, well that was a very dumb place for the firefly to go. But like I said, it was always going to be next to something dangerous. Like, there is no way to avoid that. Protect the corporate tower, blah blah blah. I can just push you anywhere and you stop mattering. I could slam you into myself for experience, but at this point experience doesn't even matter. I think I just... Do I stand here and punch you? I guess I punch you onto that to block it, huh? Or I could shoot you onto it. Yeah, that seems better. Oh, but then you just die, huh? I mean, you dying does appeal to me, don't get me wrong. But, there's other ways I'd rather things go. I just want to stop spawns. I like stopping spawns. Is that such a crime? I can push you in the water. Or I could punch you that way and stop a spawn. That's probably better, pushing you that way and stopping a spawn. And then I park your ass right here and just artillery you off to the side somewhere. I guess I'd rather have you here. Yeah, I'll artillery you to the side. Park you on a spawner. Park you on a spawner. Punch. Good stuff. I mean, you can still do a thing. Honestly, blow up a mountain. Feel the power. The Firefly, it's not cool when you do it, because I already did it. I just blew up a mountain. You're like, I can do that too. Yeah, well, I did it first. I can shoot you into the wall, and you're fucking dead. I can punch you. I can do whatever I want, really. What are you doing? You're targeting me? That's so dumb. That's so embarrassing for you. Oh my god. Well, I mean... I can shoot whoever, I guess. I can charge across the map for dramatic effect to punch this into the wall. That seems fun too. Let's do that. I could also missile. I could punch you so that these are both at 1 HP. Oh, I like that. I like that for sure, yeah. I can set everyone to 1 HP and then missile them all. I like... yes, yes, yes. I have found the optimal strategy. And I fucked up another mountain while I'm at it. Feels good. You love that. You love finishing off 3 at once with the missiles. The Vec abomination is down and our corporate hub is intact. You and the Rift Walkers have detritus gratitude. Yeah, we're pretty sick. We're very good.